Okay, how's everybody doing? Well, it was either a question of sitting here and doing a video or not doing a video at all this week because I can't sit up at the computer because I'm going through a few difficulties because I'm trying hard to listen, but I'm not really listening to my what my body's telling me, and I'm trying to keep going spiritually and trying to keep going and keep going and keep going, and with all the stuff that I'm trying to do, it's taking a backlash. Basically, um, it's taking a backlash on my health, and that's what I was talking about. I think the last two shows, if I'm not mistaken. This is what's going on now. So right now I'm sitting down on my lazy boy in my lazy boy, and it's time to relax. I think I just had two huge blood clots come out in the middle of the night. I didn't even know if they were going to come out, stretching the urethra like that and just pow. So I got lucky they did come out. And I was told that if something does happen to block, like, if a blood clot happened to just stay where the urethra starts and where the bladder drains, you can even do jumping jacks or bounce around or jump around and stuff like that, and it literally moves it around inside. So there are little things you can do instead of running to the hospital, which is something I don't want to do. So basically, it won't be a very nice editing as far as video goes, but it's just live, and basically I wanted to throw a couple of points out, and it is about healing, yes. The first one being the show that I've been watching a lot. It's a show from David Icke with Brian Rose. Brian Rose is interviewing him, and it's a beautiful introduction that he made for him about him, and everybody would have just said, okay, time for the show. And one of the last things that Brian says, it threw me for a loop, and I had to stop the video. And this is a quote that I'm lifting up. He says, David, as you know, I don't agree with everything you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. And it was like, whoa, what did he just say? Pause, right? Rewind, stop, play. David, as you know, I don't agree with everything you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. And I thought, wow, what a concept. I couldn't watch the show. I had to stop. Literally, I stopped the show there, got my iPhone, started to write down, this is what I want to talk about next week, because it is. It's extraordinary. This person is defending, okay, let's say I said it to you, okay? I defend to the death what you, a complete stranger, has to say. What an awesome way to be. That's not just an opening line either. We really have to think about that one because we're taught to think competitive. We're taught to think nice guys finish last, right? In an uncaring world where might makes right. Don't care about your neighbor. Don't even think about him. Don't even look at him. This is the way it is. So that one paragraph really, really hit home. And it's no less than extraordinary. So I wanted to start my show off with that. Something else I want to discuss real quick. I just want to throw it out there because we don't have to go through it that much. The medical practice, right? The medical practice. Yeah? What's your point? That word, practice. That's what they're doing. They practice on us. Hello? Medical practice. They're practicing. You know how you practice for a test? You know how you practice for something? They're practicing. It's all in the words, folks. And I just said that my stomach just dropped when I thought of that. Medical practice. They're practicing on us. They don't know what they're doing. They're practicing on us. Read my lips. How's them apples? You ever think of that one? I never did. So, in a world of lies and in a world of tyranny, medical tyranny, I should say, you know. In a world where we don't know what to believe, everybody tells us something different. Okay. My grandmother always used to say the truth is somewhere in the middle. And she used to go like this. The truth is somewhere in the middle. She said, people tell you right, people tell you left, or in my case, right is left and left is right for you. She said, the truth is somewhere right here in the middle. So I wrote a poem, which I'm going to read to you. I wrote a poem yesterday, and it makes a lot of sense to me. It's called the Walk in the Middle of the Road. That's what it's called. And I'm looking down here. Don't mind me because I'm reading. Walk in the middle. Walk to the left. Walk to the right. Observe from both. Look at one again. Then look at the other again. But always stay in the middle of the road. That is where it is good. That is where it is balanced. That is where peace resides. And that is what I wish for all of you. I want to go through this again real quick as well before the end of the show, and this is very important for me. The slide that we're showing right now, I have told you the spirits of darkness are going to inspire their human hosts, in whom they will be dwelling, to find a vaccine that they will drive all inclination towards spirituality out of people's souls when they are still very young. And this will happen in a roundabout way. It's funny because as I've been finding out that that's what corporations have been wanting to do, which is dumb us down and keep us away from the higher worlds, it's really true. It's really true. There's a doctor that I talked about in my last show that literally says they want, these corporations want to cut us off from the higher worlds, from our imagination, from our divinity, from our sovereignty, our sacredness. And remember, Rockefeller doesn't want a world of thinkers, he wants a world of workers, right? But as I was saying, and because I want to share that meme again, I had to throw this out again because it's really important and not many people are talking about it. For the corporations to cut us off from the higher worlds, what do? They calcify our pineal gland, our third eye. And to do that, they have to introduce the 4 things that the pineal gland is the most sensitive to: fluoride, glyphosate, aluminum, and Wi-Fi. So these are things I really, really would like people to look into because they're very, very important. And with that, I'm going to be taking a break because my body is definitely in wind down mode, and I'm not able to sit up properly. So I would love to do a show, and if you guys don't mind me having, you ladies don't mind me having a show done this way. But it's all about balance, and I have to say it myself because I have to follow my own advice. It's all about finding a balance between what you know disturbs your peace or disturbs your spirit and living normally. So it's not easy, and it's very humbling because I have to follow my own orders, and this could also be a discharge from my body because of the cancer that it's getting rid of. So it's jelly-like, and it's dark, dark, dark red, and it comes out like pluck, right? And it's not even good to take a picture of this one. I said, no, they won't want to see that one. So you can throw a few prayers up for me as well. And I'll be signing off till next week. And thank you again. And the article will be detailing what we talked about. And yes, I'm going to be repeating myself because that's what good people do. Every single person, like I always say this, like we're individuals, right? And we focus on one, hopefully not too many things at once that we're going to be very good at. And we just sit back. Our job is to sit back and wait for people to ask us, for people, for us to be able to be useful for them or for the world. That's the whole idea. You just sit on what you're good at and you just wait. You don't have to go clamoring and trying to convert people and this and that and this is what I'm good at and try to sell yourself. No. No. Just be really good at what you do and choose your battles wisely, right? There's another quote. See, we're all full of quotes. We're all full of everything that we've learned until now. So it's all about putting them to use wisely and focus in a good way and be balanced. And until next week, thank you so much for listening and for being patient. Have a good day and have a good week. We'll see you next week.